Funny.
Mother.
I mean, it's fine.
All
We're
that time.
we're just doing the recap right now. Plenty of time. Oh wait, that guard's no longer there. He died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As the team moves forward with the events at hand, you manage to get back into the capital of Dust, which is a feat of its own. After acquiring the assistance of the werewolves, you now have a more structured force behind you. And with the council's help, you were able to forge a suit of... Yeah, honestly, a suit of armor and weapons to house and seal the elemental once more. Powerful or not, these ancient artifacts will do the trick, so long as you don't mess with them beforehand. But a little bit more on that later when you get more information. While walking to the streets and going into the shop, you encountered, well, that the enemy were not exactly dumb. They sent out envoys, or more or less brutes, into the surrounding kingdoms, and basically said, we're taking over, here's what we're doing, stand in line. No one wanted to stand in line, so you immediately attacked. Dan threw his 2 guards under the bus, killing one of them. No, wait. It's correct. Almost killing one of them, until someone from the team managed to heal them and took them away. Another guard, more on him later. But your team managed to defeat the dragons that were attacking the city and the riders that were controlling them. Becky flew into the sky, killed the dragon, and flew down with the one rider that was still dead. Not dead yet, still alive. Almost looking triumphantly, and then Dan shot him to the air because he wanted to see if he could fly. I honestly forgot why he did it, but he did it. But then, after the dragon died, there was really no way of not getting around that. But Becky came to with the rope, roped it around him, and was dangling him further down. However, thanks to one of you, looking at you, Tempest, you managed to get Becky into your hands before she crashed down and hurt herself a lot. Dan wasn't so lucky. But with Ramus's help casting Featherfall on both Dan and Becky, he didn't die this time. More on that later. And managed to break a leg. That is until the rest of the team of Ariel and Beatrice comes along. Near Roy, Mora, Jan, Iris. Man, it's been a couple months since I said this name, but whatever. You caught me on it last time. Vostra. Oh, don't pronounce the R.
Borstra.
Vosta.
1 R.
I'm not even saying an R. Vosta.
Forsta.
Thank
Borsta?
you. Borsta.
I swear you're sounding an R, but I'll go
It's like
with
Forza
whatever
with
one is.
T.
I'll go with whatever one is more pleasant. Either way, not turning your character
vehicle.
anymore.
The V girl.
Anyways, returned into the area and healed Dan's broken leg. And we're basically going to talk with you guys until you guys wanted to go shopping. You got your gear, and then Dan wandered away. Where we cut to him turning into a dragon. He wanted to see if he gained any dragon powers. If he ate the big dragon that got brought down his body. He got up to the elbow of the... Not elbow. Well, I guess it is the knee, so the leg's elbow. Weird way of phrasing that. Until the guards that were going to come, it just depended on when they were going to get there, saw him. Instead of turning back, he just gestured at them wildly until one of the guards said, until the guard that was still alive next to Dan said, no, this is something that's happening, which wasn't a very good excuse. Dan, more or less panicking, grabbed the guard and threw them at the guards to, maybe distract them. However, with very little life left, he just hit the ground hard and he died. Dan more or less panicked, grabbed the guard, and then dragged his lifeless body, which ultimately ended his life, unfortunately. He was making death saves until then, which you got cornered into an area. The guards, already preparing for war, were set up to fight something. So Dan got hit down turned back to his true form, and then got hit again until he just passed out. You guys heard rumors that someone was arrested after turning back from a dragon, and it was assumed that it was Dan. This is where you left off.
Dan's been arrested.
Again.
That's what my character says. While looking at a mirror in front of her. What if we are
What?
all the same person?
What should we do? Should we go save him, or should we let him spend the night in jail? Should we
I think we should.
interrogate the bad guys? Should we split up and do this? Do we have to leave tomorrow? I have so many questions.
Why don't you ask your doppelganger? Morla.
Who is?
Morla Rose.
Who's my doppelganger?
The one standing across from you. You know? We have, our doppelgangers. Literally right there.
Like, you look at the group in front of you, you see like a fish woman-ish person, a very beautifully ornate blonde, pretty woman. Roy, blue hair, very noble-looking golden blonde elven boy. Beatrice, Ariel, Iris, and Vosta. Unless I pronounced it wrong again. You have no idea who Becky is talking about.
Who in the hell are you talking about, Becky?
I'm talking about Moira. You know, like Micah, Moira, Ramus, Ray, Roy, Mira, Mir, Becky, Beatrice,
What? There
Tempest,
is true.
Ariel. I figured, Micah, you didn't notice this.
I did not notice this.
Oh, it's probably the eyesight of being 666 years old.
Roy's more or less like, honestly, it's entirely up to you. I've already stepped my bounds in talking with you about this, so whatever you decide, we'll wait here. You get to the bar, and like, Richard's like, oh, there you are. It's been a few hours. Thought you'd be here a little bit earlier.
Richard, which group of us do you like more? As in, which universe do you like more? Universe 1, the original, or Universe 2, the not so good, and a remake of the original?
Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about. But if they're different from you, probably them.
Oh my gosh. Well, Richard,
Whoa!
where do you have good standing with the guards
Yes?
on a range of 1 to 10? 10 being a guard and 1 being a criminal. Where do you stand?
7?
That's almost acceptable. Do you think you could get our friend? Shocker here, though. Our fish friend out of jail?
Looks towards your team. Realizes who it is. Why is he in jail?
Wait, I have an idea. I would like to discuss with I can't move my piece, but I'm standing here now. And I want to discuss if Hama Ranjan wants to join us for brunch.
Yay.
Wow.
You hear bubble noises coming out of her mouth, and Nier looks towards you. I suppose we can.
I just think without our fish person, we'd feel nicer with another fish person with us. So if Hama would like to join us for brunch, it's a new cafe near the guard tower. But we only have a table for 5. 6. I forgot about Nira. 5. Nira will stay here.
I'm confused.
And here we come around. Hold on, I sneak over to Tempest.
Hi, I love you.
Oh, I know this. I also have this crazy idea.
What's your idea?
We're going to replace Human Mandan with Huma Ranjan because they look so similar. People will never
Are you
know.
thinking we're gonna do a switcheroo?
Yeah, a real life switcheroo, right? We'll squeeze Huma Ranjan between the bars because they look thin, and Human Mandan will morph through the bars. And then
Because
we'll
he can make
disguise
himself
them.
small.
He'll make himself small.
Yeah.
Man.
And then we'll leave Huma Ranjan there, but I told them about the cafes, so they'll probably find them eventually, just after we're gone.
I'm down for the shenanigans.
Okay, good.
I am liking this idea.
Ariel's
This is the
like,
idea
you
we
do know we're 5 feet in front of you?
We're whispering.
No, you guys can't hear us.
You can't. That's
It's about a.
Ariel looks towards
Beatrice.
Beatrice. Am I being gaslit? A little bit.
This is a cone of silence.
Then no one would hear anything.
Well,
Let's
too
go to
bad.
the cafe.
The plan has already
hungry.
begun. Huma Ranjan, would you follow us to the cafe?
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Can I help by saying, yeah, we really like having a fish person around. Please?
Please.
Not a good way of persuading, but I'll give you advantage. 15. It's not bad. They make some bubble noises, and you're not sure if she said yes or no.
She said yes with the eyes.
If you leave, you'll figure out if she goes with you or not.
Well, I make my way to the door.
She begins following. Does everyone go, or just you and Tempest and Micah?
Tempest, Micah, and I, and
Connor.
Jan.
Connor must go. Connor's going to want to get his brother out of jail.
So your group, your group's going. The other group stays here. Minus Jan, as she follows soon after. But before that, you guys are already technically on the map. I just need to do one quick thing with Dan. Dan, you've been there for a while, enough for you to be healed and wake up. You're still very, very hurt, but you're awake, and there is a guard in front of you, standing at a whopping 5 feet tall. Not heavily tall, but imposing, since I actually don't know how tall Dan is. Imposing because of the armor.
5 feet tall. Hello. Oh, wow. I'm small.
But very wide. Sorry.
very wide.
Came in
You're
very
back.
big.
I thought you died.
Completely different armor suit. The man looks towards you. All right, tell me, what exactly is going on with you? Why on earth are you attacking people in the outskirts, eating evidence, and killing foreign knights?
Well, who is he? A foreign knight. I don't know anyone by that name.
A foreign knight means a citizen from a different kingdom that has been knighted by that kingdom. The individual that
Oh.
you threw in your dragon form.
The metal human?
Are you dense?
You're probably dense. You were also a metal human.
All right. Gonna have to ask the council to expedite your execution. Is there any evidence you want to place beforehand, before any true judgment is placed in front of you?
Yes. Like to place my hands in front of me.
You place your hands in front of you. The guy just looks towards you. Well,
Would you like my pants?
no.
Is this a robbery? Help! I'm being robbed.
You say this, and some of the people that are already in here, some visiting loved ones, others just hanging around because guards just hang around sometimes. They just look towards you confused. And the guard just states, and false testimony at that as well.
Interesting. That's not my name. But have you seen my guard? I had 2 of them.
You murdered one and presumably murdered the other one.
Presumably.
We have no body found for the second, unless you want to state
There's no
something
body
now.
for the second? He probably blended right in with your guards. Are you sure he's not lost?
I am positive.
Interesting. He looks just like me, but made of metal.
It's getting us nowhere. Rather kill you now if we hadn't need to go through the process system.
Can't kill me now.
You back away 5 feet. He doesn't do anything, but you can tell what. Anyone watching, I don't think Dan can tell. He really wants to murder you.
Well, that's interesting. I would like to talk to my argument, human.
You don't get a lawyer here, but you can have someone justify your character.
My character. Well, I was told by a dragon that I might be a dragon if I ate another dragon. But I'm not supposed to talk. I was told to stay silent in situations like this, but I think if I could go back outside and eat the rest of the dragon, I could prove my point.
So you have an accomplice. Name the accomplice if you want things better for yourself.
Okay. Yes. My accomplice's name is Father Albright.
He leaves for 5 minutes, comes back with a very big book. There's no one in this city, let alone potentially this kingdom, never even heard such a name, with that moniker.
Oh, he's an owl.
He closes the book and is very close to just snapping. However, before he gets a chance to potentially murder you, a few
It's my
people.
wife.
It's not your wife. A few people come in. After hearing that someone was arrested, some of the council members do need to look into things. And ironically enough, it is these guys.
Wow. Who is Martin?
Martin is a diplomat from Isle. Currently the one that is tasked with doing judicial things with this kingdom to make sure everything's prepared for the upcoming war. Unfortunately, Dan, you have a bounty on your head that they've been excusing to not justify and arrest you and the rest of your team because you're helping out right now. But you've literally got yourself in jail again.
That's true. Welcome to my home.
Unfortunately, the rest of the council members had to do other things. Obviously, the team can tell where Richard is. But besides that, these guys were the ones available. Unfortunately for you, well, you do have Mom Goblin here. But unfortunately, you also have a diplomat that doesn't like you and another diplomat that doesn't like you. And Sola, who's indifferent. Martin looks towards you. It seems adequate based off the stories I've heard and the documents I have that this was to happen sooner or later. And Carla simply states, no, nothing about that. Looks towards the guard. Sweetie, do you mind letting him go? He is currently working for the kingdom. I can excuse any actions violently towards some other foreigners but I cannot justify them potentially putting people in danger and killing sovereignty.
Who?
The name of the guard you killed.
Okay. Allegedly. I have not seen him yet. I have. Never mind.
He is in. What's it called? The mortician? The mortician's office. Being examined.
Interesting. So, they can't just put him back together?
That is not how that works. You see
I mean-
that he looks towards Martin and the rest of the gang. All right, I'm going to leave it to you, Sir Martin. You are the one currently with this jurisdiction since he is currently going through both processes of our kingdom and yours. I am done with this. I'm going. And he just leaves.
I feel like someone with such a temper shouldn't really be in public service.
He's a guard.
I mean, for sure, yes. As he leaves, you guys do see him like grumbling, which is when you guys arrive. The dumb fish person looks towards Jane, almost winces, and like walks away to the left.
Well, Jan, as you can see, it's a themed restaurant. It's currently going through some renovations, and expect every staff member to play a role perfectly. But it's pretty cool. Inside, there's people who are employees. They call them prisoners, and they have a role to play. They play prisoners, and we sit in the middle and we eat. It's a pretty cool place. But don't stand too close to the bar because some of the prisoners actually are employees, have been known to take it a little too far with their role playing and stab. So be a little careful with that. Okay, cool. Well, follow me. Hello.
Evening, how can I help you?
I'd like to see. This is how you do it. I'd like to see Dan. Man. Might be under Dan. He might be under Man. He might be under Hugh. might be
Let's
under-
see here.
Hello.
Hugh, man.
Party
Dan,
of 9.
Party of 9. It is visiting hours, thankfully enough. We do have a few diplomats, so I do suggest you keep out of the way of them. But let's see
We are
here.
diplomats.
We do have a few people here. One is named Dan Chalvers, currently being held by warrant arrest. Another one is Hugh Jefferson, currently being housed due to manslaughter. That's an awful one. And intentional manslaughter, which is the problematic one.
Oh,
And the third one named Human Dawn.
yeah.
Weird typo there, I think. Currently being held due to potential manslaughter, non-accidental manslaughter, attacking the guards. Let's see here. Tampering
well, I'm
with
sure nobody
evidence,
was actually injured, though,
eating,
right?
eating evidence, and warranted
evidence.
arrest by other various kingdoms.
Other kingdoms. Was anyone injured? Dan, I mean, I've never
According to
heard of a fish-
eyewitnesses and actual evidence, one guard from a foreign kingdom has been killed due to incident involving them.
Wow.
Right now, they
Well-
are being housed within the magical ceiling room, so they shouldn't be a problem, but do not get by the doors. If they somehow whittled something sharp, they could potentially hurt you.
Whoa. Yep, that's what I told Man over here.
Sorry, the what room?
The anti-magic chamber. The jail cell.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're all anti-magic gel cells?
That's correct. Obviously, with the coming events and potentially dangerous people walking around, with the dragons that attacked this evening, we've already prepared just in case people with magic came about.
Wow. How does one, do that? How does one make a cell anti-magic?
We need to find a very skilled enchanter, and they do the job. I don't honestly know myself, but I know we have someone in the council that was able to do that for us.
Oh, really? Who in the council was able to do that for you? We're very familiar with the council. We work
Oh,
with them.
yes.
Uh,
Sorry, we just very
that's
friendly,
9.
but let's-
I'm honestly not sure. I wasn't there on that day.
Who was?
They don't pay you enough.
I honestly don't know
No.
when it happened. Honestly, I took a vacation, 3-day vacation to spend with my lovely daughter and
Ooh.
my stepson with my second wife.
Did the guard that died have a lovely daughter?
I don't know.
Mm.
Hmm.
I'm very sorry. We're also expecting our first child.
Yes.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
What?
But if you
Yeah,
like,
we're pregnant.
That's right.
if you, he does state, if you like, you can go ahead and step inside. I'll just mark down party of 9 here.
What do you know? We'll take a middle table, please.
Right. And
We'd
who
also
is?
like to speak with the wink criminal.
Right now they are in a open facility, so you can speak with them. Again, don't get too close. But if they're within the threat level of not dangerous, you are able to speak with them face to face if allowed by another guard. You can just step in and ask another guard to let them out, dependent on if they are considered dangerous.
Cool. Now, what is there like in case? Because I'm very frightened, of things. Like lots of things, especially fire. If this place it seems very cramped. If a fire were to break out, is there a back door?
We have precautions for that. Don't worry yourself, young miss.
Well,
She's actually got a pathology kind of. She needs to know all the exits available to her
Yes.
at all times.
Like what if it snows?
I think
I
you'd be
hear-
fine with snow. But there is a back door leading into the open area where prisoners are allowed to do their things such as walking, exercising, and things of that nature.
Is it anti-magic out there?
No, but it is guarded by flanking soldiers just in case you try something.
Soldiers. Oh my gosh, I love that. Y'all are doing good work here. Sorry for all the questions.
It's quite all right.
I'm one of those people that needs to know before
Yes.
I step foot into a new establishment like this. It's a beautiful place, though. And excuse me, though. I'm just gonna go in this way,
Of course.
right here. Am I right?
Yes. He opens the door for you, and you guys step inside.
Oh no.
At this point, you do hear the rest of that conversation. You just hear Carla arguing with Martin, basically stating, I know he means well. He might have gotten jailed again, but I'm sure there's for a credible reason. Besides the credible reason, I honestly need to make sure justice is served. I don't like this any better than you, but he got into your jail cell again, which means that he has been found, and I can't, in all good consciousness, cover this up. More so than I've already have. He's now
Well-
in paperwork.
Actually, he kind of thinks he lives in a jail, so he would have showed up here anyway.
Who are you?
It's me, your friend Tempest.
Tippus knows that I live in a jail.
Yeah,
I
Martin,
don't
said.
think I live in a jail.
that's what
Martin.
that's what I said.
I'm literally living in a jail right now.
Martin looks
This is
towards you,
Tempest.
Micah.
See what I mean?
Martin, you do
Yes.
understand that Dan is a little slow.
Oh, Dragon.
Slow.
Hello, Dragon Master.
And he was told that if he ate a dragon, he could turn into a dragon. The whole purpose of this was so that when we went to fight, he would have the advantage of air to help us in our going and investigating.
Roll deception. You're not lying about the first part, but you're lying about the second.
Does she get advantage because I was like, he thinks he lives in a jail?
No.
All right,
That's
was
pretty
worth a
good, though.
shot.
17 is still pretty good. Okay. Martin looks towards you. Very well. We will excuse the whole dragon business with the attempt to eat and get rid of the evidence. I'm sure you have your reasons being magic folk. But we cannot excuse the the attempted homicide and the actual murder of a foreign knight.
Foreign knight. He's my bodyguard. He fell over dead when looking at your bodyguards.
According to records, you threw him
Cover up.
According
into
to
the
records.
ground
That sounds possible.
and then ran away with his lifeless body.
But
That
wasn't
sounds
he a
very
dragon at the
possible.
time? He wasn't himself, clearly. He was a dragon. So
I am a
is he held
dragon
responsible
right now.
for those things?
Yes.
Can he though?
Yes.
Wasn't in his.
Sure.
He was not in his own state of mind.
Exactly.
I'm-
He was literally not himself.
Literally.
I was totally myself. I'm a dragon.
Alright,
See what I
Tempest, while you're arguing this and Dan counter-arguing, go ahead and roll persuasion. No advantage because Dan is not helping. 17. That's pretty good. So you're saying he's not exactly all there in the head?
100%.
All of
exactly
us.
what I'm saying.
All of us would
Well,
concur. Even his brother, Connor.
Right.
I think even he would concur.
Well, have you ever eaten a carp? A carp. They're very tough
A
fish.
carp?
Yeah.
Yes.
Water breathers.
Fishes are
Okay.
eaten by various cultures.
Or have you ever tried to suck out the brains of a carp?
No.
Well, if you did, you'd know that nothing ever comes out. Now look at our friend there. Look at that face.
He's
It's not
carp.
the face of a bass.
100% carp.
Not a bass.
He looks towards Mike and Tempest. All right, it seems your allegations are credible. That being the case, though, all the reason why we should house him rather than him being executed, it'd probably be safer for everyone if he was housed within a facility to keep him from
Yeah.
endangering the rest of the citizens in the area, much
But
let
then
alone the
actually-
kingdom.
But
I
Martin,
actually-
one more thing. Let me just state one more thing.
What
The
is it gonna
importance
state?
of him to our group, what he brings to our group, the strategy, the poison spit, will only help us to conquer on our mission to make it be successful. We need him. Is it not throwing him into jeopardy to go and fight the primordial, a death sentence in its own right?
Wait, I thought lawyers were not
Micah,
allowed
roll
in here.
persuasion with advantage.
As you can see, Ron, we'd like to take our role playing very, very easily. If you help yourself to this piece of bread that's been slightly chewed.
Bubble noises, you don't know what she says, but she does take a bite of the bread.
Oh!
Dang. Pretty good, Micah. The man looking towards you, contemplating the thoughts, the events at hand, the really angry guard that just left, huff and a puff, thinks about it. All right now he is in documented paperwork. I can't really get rid of that, but if I do sentence him to potential exile from Isle,
What if you sentence him to community service, in which he will
Wait,
serve
wait,
the
wait.
community by saving it?
What did I do in Isle?
he looks towards you. Oh, I thought I was saying this all in my head. My apologies. All right.
No, I do that sometimes too.
You did a lot of things. Your entire team did. And as long as you didn't get to jail, we wouldn't honestly have this conversation. But you did. Right now,
I-
Mr. Dan, was it?
Yes.
You are no
No.
longer permitted within the confines of Isle. You are allowed to travel through, but not interact with anyone. Lest you need
Okay.
food or drink.
Well, my name's not Dan, so it's fine.
Either name you use. I can see why the card doesn't like you. Furthermore, you are to be housed with this, looks towards your team, motley crew, to join them in their endeavor to defeat the elemental. Whether or not you survive or die, we're going to discuss future events
Unlikely.
on that date. Is that understood?
Hmm.
I'm not talking to
Where-
you, Mr. Human Dan.
Oh.
I'm talking to the rest of your team. You are responsible for any actions he does from this point on.
Oh, we always are. Yeah.
Also, this just heads up. The people that caused all that ruckus in Isle, I just saw them over at the town tavern. You can trust me because I have glasses, so I'm really good with faces.
We already have knights and witnesses that have seen you.
Ooh, I bet they have, because what happened is there's people who look, and this is going to sound made up, exactly like us.
Like if you were to describe us, they would also fit that description.
Yes. And that was who did it.
He looks towards
I've never
Becky.
been-
Becky, what is... sorry, he doesn't say Becky. Miss, what is your name?
Beatrice?
And you, sir, looks towards Micah.
Orisha?
Tempest technically hasn't been arrested in any form or fashion currently in Isle, so she's fine.
Yeah. I'm their caregivers.
Looks towards Ramus. Ramus says Ramus because he technically also hasn't been arrested, technically. Nara probably also lies. And then looks towards Carla. And their actual names, she doesn't say anything because like a mom, she doesn't want to get her kids in trouble. And tries to get her kids out of trouble, looking at Dan right there. But he does look towards you. Very well then. We will take into consideration a hunting party after they get arrested. A Mr. Micah, a Miss Becky, a Lady Ray, and a Miss Nara. If I have any evidence or have found that you have lied to me, that is further allegations towards your own impending doom. Do I make myself
I
perfectly
have
clear?
met a Lady Ray.
Just ignores you.
Oh.
Like, at this point, he's done with you. He's like,
Nice. I
tired,
helped bury her
exhausted.
in the woods.
looks towards you. Cause of death.
God.
Roll deception. Like, Dan's pretty good with lying, so doesn't have to roll that hard. Probably.
It's true. Also talking to God in the woods through a dead horse.
Who's dead when
Disadvantage, but 24 is still 24. He ignores you thinking you're just lying, but in a way it works to your advantage. It's like, yeah, they already told me he's not exactly right in the head, ignoring what you say. Looks towards the rest of the team. So if I find any evidence countering your current identity, it will be a far greater penalty. So good luck with your endeavors.
You know, we say that to all the people who get fired from the place I work. We wish you well in your future endeavors.
That is the entire reason why I said it.
Goodbye, Martin D. Pullman.
Another council member that doesn't like you.
Diplotmot.
Dad,
Diplomat.
I think you should talk to your sensei.
Oh no, I just work with him since he's the diplomat for Isle.
No,
Roger?
Roger.
No,
Roger sensei.
Roger's is a nice girl that you've made friends with along your journey, didn't you? Currently eating like all the food that's been left on the table. Yeah, real good friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
because obviously you don't know how to be a dragon, and if you want to
I
be a dragon,
ate half a leg of a dragon.
hear
I don't know
that-
any other people besides dragons who could say that.
You do see one of the guards come over. Pardon me, miss. Unlocks it. All right then, sir. Human Dan, here are your things that we had to confiscate due to potential danger to potential
Can't see you.
anyone's
Can you
life.
step out of the shadows?
No. Here are your pants and everything else.
Thank you. He did steal my pants. I told you.
I think he bought 2 pairs, so he just took the second one.
I put them on. I got double pants.
You have double
on.
pants now.
Tempest, I have a question.
I'm out.
Sorry, I'm laughing over double pants, but yes.
Help me understand, why did we lie to Mr. Diplot Mott
His name's
Moving
Martin.
on now.
about who we were?
Because otherwise we would have been arrested too.
But we haven't done anything bad yet. What?
But he's from Isle, where I guess you guys have done bad things.
Right, but he would let us go kill ourselves first and then do it, right?
Well, we were trying to convince him that the other party who looks a lot like us is actually the party that he's looking for.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, don't worry about Ron. They can't speak anything but bubbles. And the only other person that can speak bubbles is Dan.
Yeah, Dan, do you understand her?
She's
Who?
saying something right now that
Why?
you don't
Oh my
understand,
god,
Dan.
did Dan run away again?
Dan,
Yeah, I
Can
get
we
it.
hold on to Dan, please?
We need to. Somebody, Connor, you need to step it up and be more responsible for your ignoramus brother.
He needs to live his
I
own life. I am not going
am
to
living my
house
life.
him, but I am going to protect him from anything I can.
Death
My
and
dragon self.
imprisonment. You should have been in there.
That is fair. We all should have been there protecting him.
Who was imprisoned?
This person. A human being.
Scary.
Yep.
This one?
All right, it's time to leave home now and go on the road again,
What?
where you somehow cause less trouble than you do in cities.
I'd like to find the dragon again.
Oh,
Oh, he's been disposed of.
The dragon has,
Really?
you hear in the background, one of the guards. All right then, sir. Right now we have already taken care of the dragon carcass and any other evidence we have found. We are currently going through and sifting through the evidence. Right now we have, so far have discovered that a team of individuals have taken them down beforehand. We are looking
Oh.
into potential reward for them, but we need other eyewitnesses to confirm who they are. Right now we just have a motley description of individuals, so we're going to run it down. It'll take about maybe an hour or so, but we
What?
should have evidence nonetheless.
No, we can't even get the
it was us. We did it.
No,
I
we
deserve a
didn't.
reward. Oh wait, it was me.
Well, we did do it,
It
but
was-
I dealt the most damage to the dragon.
You see the guard that was talking with his superior look towards you. According to this, we were given a description of a fire genasi, a wind genasi, a very strong, gallant woman, a very beautiful vampiric individual, and a lot of blue people for some reason. You do fit the description.
Just look how many blue
That's
people
us.
we have.
Also, we still have dragon blood on us.
You never
Yes,
watched.
Quite a bit of it.
Roger has the most. They ate the smaller ones. The captain, well, the superior, I'm just going to call him captain, looks over towards you. And are you telling the truth? And then he casts
Yes.
Zone of Truth all over you.
yes, well,
Yes, we killed those
we
dragons.
killed dragons today.
I did. I killed one at like 18.
I killed at least two. And yeah,
Was told by a dragon to eat more dragons.
That's true. Normally, I would get you to roll a saving throw against the spell, but you are telling the truth, so I'm going to say you fail. It registers as being truthful, and like he stops the spell. All right, then. Easier said than done, and easier to have you here than to, find you later. Very well, then. He gives each of you 100 gold. All right, then. Thank you for doing your service. Try to make sure you don't try to get yourself killed. Again, thank you in kind for risking your life for the kingdom.
That's why I always do it.
A lot
For
of
the
you are
kingdom?
merfolk. Usually we don't have that many here. Travelers, perhaps.
Yes.
Yep,
Or
we're on our way
maybe we're taken over. Probably not. But
Ah.
possibly.
Well, the
I was a
kingdom
deity.
Congratulations, sir. Small foreign towns usually worship very powerful or strong things, and if you can take a dragon on, I can see you being a deity towards a small civilian populace.
True.
That being said, though, if you are looking for work, the council members are looking for very strong individuals to take on the Primordial and its army. If you are looking for work, it pays better than what I've just given you.
Wow.
You know, that's a great idea. I think we'll do just that.
Oh, excellent. If you need a reference, my name is Gregory. Give that name to them, and I'm sure they'll hire you.
Oh, I need work.
Great, thank you so much.
My name is Gregory.
You begin to walk away after getting your payment for accidentally saving a city. More or less just saving yourselves, but you did it. After eventually getting back to the routine, the rest of the team that was already here just lies in wait. Jane comes back, says something to the team, and Ariel looks towards all of you. So you try to throw us under the bus?
No, I just said we'd seen. Look, I'm a law-abiding citizen, and they were looking for people who fit your description.
Nia looks towards you, but you gave them our names as your own identities.
Oh, that's because
We were just trying to
don't
throw them
trust
off the trail and keep ourselves out of jail because we had to get Dan out of jail, and it's always a big problem.
Also,
Roy,
I don't trust cops.
You guys got really cool names.
Thanks. Roy then states, you could have used other different aliases, different names. Why do you use ours specifically?
We had to think on our feet. It was a very tense situation.
Best areas.
Roll deception.
One that already exists.
It was a very tense situation.
It was very tense, but that's still a lie. That's a 2.
Oh no.
Roy just looks towards you. Well, with any luck, they don't believe you. Hopefully.
That's very likely. Yeah.
What? You want to fight about it?
Not really. It's just kind of
Okay,
rude.
good. I still
But
heard.
we'll go over it.
Guess what? We are rude. Rude because we love you and we wanted to protect you from Isle. So we gave them your names so they know where to find you. So they can send guards to protect you.
That
We're all
is
wonderful people.
not protection, but again,
That's not how it works.
no.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
As you see, I am actually I grew up on the streets. Not a lot around. No family figure. I had to really pick myself up by my bootstraps. I had to scrap for food. I had no food, no money. I had to learn to fight. I was blind. I accidentally stabbed my entire team in the back. I had a real rough childhood. So whenever I see cops, I don't trust them. But I get nervous because they, I didn't have a family around, no mom or father, and no money. Did I say I was on the streets too? So you can't blame me.
Beatrice nods in agreement, like, honestly, I've had the same thing. Lost my parents after coming out to them. Abandoned
Oh my
by
God.
them. Luckily enough, my grandmother took me in, raised me, honed my skills, trained me in the martial prowess of murdering people. Then I set off on a journey, always making sure to visit her.
Oh my gosh.
I get it.
And you still have good ties to your parents, and they are the richest people in the entire kingdom?
No, they're
Huh.
common peasant folk
What?
that abandoned me.
That seems almost made up. No way that's real. I'm jealous that she has a tragic backstory, and I really don't.
Yeah, going back, doing a flashback, you are telling your story about wandering in the woods, hunting for food. In the background, you see your Nana, looking for you. Dear, breakfast is ready. But you're currently trying to grab berries because you think this is what hardy adventurers do. I saw Mom doing this. You throw up later in the afternoon. You go back to, I had to hone my skills with the blade. You're currently swinging silverware at the dinner table, stabbing a chicken. That's already been cooked. Not just
I
randomly
love
stabbing a
this
cookie.
montage.
Man,
And then you go back to your current point in time.
I am brought to tears by the hardship of my life.
Becky, why are you crying?
I'm just thinking about all the hard things I've gone through, and
Oh.
and the training I've done,
Nice.
and how a normal person couldn't ever go through it because I'm so strong and powerful.
Becky,
Beatrice,
suck it up. Suck it up, girl.
Beatrice has seen your workout schedule, so she understands you do work out. That is the truth, the genuine truth of this story, that you have worked out your body to the extreme.
It's true. My mom paid for the best of specialists for training.
You just don't describe it that way. Richard then states, anyways, potential danger aside, well, potential danger with the law aside, right now we are honestly not housing... Wait, who exactly do you lie to, by the way? Like, look
What?
towards the actual team.
Nobody?
You've already stated you lied to someone.
Oh. I forgot.
Jan
you
says
go
something.
now?
I'm confused.
Who?
Jan says something, and Roy states, someone named Martin? The council?
Yeah, but Dan
ambassador?
says literally anything.
Jan says something,
Ambassador.
and Nier says, yeah, that is honestly rude. I mean, just because she's a merfolk doesn't mean you have to be that way.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Dan, our friend Dan, who says a lot of things.
No, Jane.
Oh, I didn't see the E. Sorry.
All right. Richard then states, well, if you're talking about Martin, you've literally had a meeting with us a couple times, actually, telling us who you are. I'm pretty sure he
Wait,
didn't buy
I'm
it. It was just
confused.
allowing you to do, well, at least, I suppose, digging yourselves further into a tunnel.
Interesting.
That sounds like
I've
us, yeah.
tried that
Made
once,
no
and I'm gonna
sense.
think about doing it in the future.
Basically, it was allowing you to dig your own grave. But, regardless. Anyways. So, we came here for a meeting, didn't we? Even though I've been here for about a good 4 hours. You hear his husband in the background. 5 hours. Thank you, dear. Welcome. Should we get started?
Good
All
to see
right.
You two are doing well. Okay, the meeting. Continue.
All right, then. You had called me over here to make sure we had preparations here and set up for your team to be housed here until you set out on your journey alongside Beatrice and their team. While you entered inside a few hours after that, they told me about what's at play here and your meeting, so I thought I'd come and see what exactly is going on as well, and any information we have for you. Nier then states, that is honestly quite true, but we will press on forwards. Alright then, Miss Tempest, you did mention that you would want information on what we already have seen and what lies in wait, correct?
Honestly, I don't remember any of this, but probably.
That's quite alright. Well, on our expeditions, journeying through Frost, we have come through a few things here and there. But the primary elements or enemies we'll be facing are quite literally the elements themselves. You yourself as a Genasi already know that some Genasis kind of more or less will follow something that's quite powerful. Dependent on if it's evil or not, they really don't care. It's a trait that is brought about by the ancestry, the Lord Primordials.
I mean, I've kind of experienced that with everybody.
That is quite true. The High Elves do the same thing with their Sylvan ancestry. The humans do it with a lot of people, now that I think about it. Like, it doesn't even have to be their ancestors. It
I
can
don't
be
do it with anybody.
the Drow ancestors, it can be the Elven ancestors. It can even be another person, now that I think about it. I digress. Anyways, But unfortunately, some primordial forces have undergone the process of joining their ranks. So there are a lot of potential dangerous enemies. A few of the ones that we do take note of is the Spiraling Dragon and the Stormfront Dragon. And they were far larger than the things we face today. They are quite literally storms in the shape of creatures and man can see. These are things that might appear, but right now they are bordering the lands here and there, so it might be able to get around them. Other things that are of note are elemental titans. Titans of frost, fire, wind, earth, steel, and rock. Very powerful, very dangerous, but never really more than 3 at a time do we see around each other, since they don't really like to play nice.
Sweet.
Are they tritons?
Ah, that's funny.
I see what you did there. Very good.
Comedic relief.
Thank you, thank you.
Wait, I've got a question.
Yes.
So you're saying all this bad stuff, which sounds pretty bad, is Ray's fault?
Presumably, I don't know a Ray, but we do know that there was individuals, much unlike ourselves and yourselves, that was seen running from Frost, and then soon after, the elemental Lord was summoned in the area, and soon after that, primal elemental creatures soon followed, and then some Genasi soon followed after that.
Dang, that must have been her evil doppelgangers.
I know, it's so weird how there are so many groups who look and have similar names to us, right?
Roy does state, well, I suppose it's possible. I mean, we have 2 people here, 2 groups here that look the same. So I suppose a third wouldn't be out of the question.
So weird. Crazy.
We should maybe
Quite
add
strange.
them to the list of evil people, you know? Because they seem extremely strong. They're probably unbeatable. Probably led by someone extremely strong with muscles who can't be overthrown. Someone who's never lost a battle.
Perhaps. I'm not entirely sure. If they were able to summon an elemental here, well,
That would
who's
make
to
them
say?
pretty powerful, right?
Very powerful, yeah.
Potentially, yes.
Wow. Cool.
I suppose we have to
I
keep an
mean-
eye out for them while we're making our way there.
That's odd.
Where did the headquarters seem to be?
Mora then states this. According to our intelligence agencies, we were able to investigate certain places in the area. We were able to find the headquarters near a small little villa named by Evercrescent. And Ramus, hearing this, I'm just going to say this out loud. Ramus states, I do believe that is my old home, I think. Very hard, very confused. Still
Very
trying to
confused.
figure out who I am. So it's where Ray comes from. Where Ramus comes from.
Is that where the church was?
That's where it was near, but not exactly where it was. It's a good couple of miles away from there. So it's not impossible to get there by walking or traveling. But they're there for a reason, which more than states. But we do believe they are there for a reason. With my intelligence in the shadows, we were able to determine that they have been preparing some type of spell on a mass scale. We don't really know what exactly is going to be done, but we should try to bring them down before it is actually accomplished. Wouldn't you all agree?
Yes, absolutely. What kind
Definitely.
of spell?
Roy then steps in. According to my analysis and the help of our team in the area, we can determine that so far it is some type of unbinding spells. We're not exactly sure, but they definitely have enough material to break it. Break something multiple times. We just don't know what they're targeting.
What is the spell that Cat has been working on?
Richard then states, what he was working on was a spell to make your items into a key. Once you are able to find the primordial lord, elemental lord, whatever you want to call it, the titan that created the elements and the genasi at the dawn of the age or whatever. I honestly don't know my history. Once you find them, you can use the elements that we give you, the items at hand that you presented to us, to potentially open the door, which will give you a chance to push it back in that door. However, if you decide to use one of the items beforehand, you can potentially house one of the potential dangers you see and push that behind a door. But the more you use them, the less effective they'll be on something else. And you can only use it 5 times.
Whoa. What's behind the door?
The other side of where the thing came from, I assume. I honestly don't know since I've never been there.
Yeah, okay. So if the thing is here, what if we just went there?
We'd be sacrificing every life, but I suppose it is a potential safeguard. But we would need other things to do that. If you don't want to attempt it, I am not forcing you to attempt it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm just counting how many people are in our group. For no reason at all.
What is the maximum we could use the key to push things through the door before we can no longer push the primordial through? Do we have like 2 uses and need 3 uses left to get the primordial done?
There are a total of 5 uses you can use the actual item, but the more you use it, the weaker it'll be on the primordial lord.
So the first use should be on the primordial. Subsequent uses could be on smaller items.
The items can be broken down into their separate beings. You can use that separate item to push back something else. But the reason why we made more than one of them the key is because we needed something massive to even attempt to have a 100% chance of pushing the primordial titan back into the door. If you use an item beforehand, we only have, let's say there's 5 items, which there are, and you use one of them, so there's only 4. The degree of potential success goes down. If you use 2 of them, it goes down again. If you use 3, down again. 4, down again. And after 5, there's not even an attempt to do so afterwards.
Wow,
So we're saying maybe his foot would stay behind? Or a foot and an arm?
Rolling like dice.
Yeah.
Like a 5-sided dice.
Or a 20-sided dice.
It could be a 20-sided dice.
Depending on how many items we have. Is what it seems like.
Presumably, percentiles will be a factor in this. If you decide to use one beforehand, well then, I won't ask you to risk your lives, but I understand if you intend to save your lives due to potential dangers up ahead. Roy then states, regardless of any of that, Nia, do you mind with the rest of the dangers up front? That's quite right.
Yes, please.
Well then, other than, the Titan elementals in the area, we also have to deal with elemental dragons as well. Those
Whoa.
of fire, wind, lightning, and earth. There are other things as well, like flail snails and common elementals like fire, wind, water, earth, steel, and all that nature. But they are more in the owl size variant, medium sized creatures. And then there are a few things here and there that we might be able to contend with. But we also have to be sure to fight them if we need be. Honestly, the reason why they sent us rather than an entire army to begin with is so we could infiltrate without cause for concern unless we needed to. Afterwards, the army would go through to basically wipe out anything along the path, giving the first team a chance to take out the headquarters, or to say the least, bring down the big eye, so the army can take down the, well, army.
So is our mission to take out the headquarters or to send the primordial back?
Roy does state, presumably our mission is to bring down both. Right now, their biggest trump card is the primordial. And after that's taken care of, well, we don't want them to potentially open the gate again now, do we?
No, we don't. And trust me, I've had a dream once that I stood right in front of a primordial, and it was a large, terrifying beast. I didn't really actually see it in my dream, but I sensed it. It was a large, terrifying beast.
Iris does state there were various people that were able to sense it, which is why some of the potentially evil elementals were able to be drawn by it first. Who knows, Becky? Maybe you have some sort of elemental blood in you.
Probably.
Oh, I
probably
sensed
dragon
it. I saw the
matter.
things falling out of the sky, so I carried an umbrella for 2 weeks.
That's true, but I don't know if that's true at the same time. It's partially true. The umbrella part.
I was there for that.
Iris,
Damn.
I didn't know that was you.
uh,
Damn.
Anyways, Jane says something and Roy states that is quite true. We'll be ready in about, say, 2 days. I suppose you intend to rest today, and then we can travel tomorrow if you're ready, but if you're not, just let us know.
Okay.
All right,
I
then.
believe we should rest and wait.
I agree. Do you think we need some bombs?
Ooh,
Wait, what?
Do you think we should take some bombs with us?
Bombs! Yes.
We could leave Dan in charge of the bombs. But I just feel like for distractions and...
I've been saving up a very special move, spell move that I've been learning.
Does it have
Very
a bomb?
powerful.
Does it have a bomb?
It's more powerful than bomb, but
Oh.
I'm gonna be saving it up for days, so I
Okay.
can only use it once, maybe. I don't know. You'll have to wait and see.
Okay.
But maybe we could use bombs. 'Cause sometimes it doesn't work.
Jane says something and more or less translates, that is quite true. The more we carry, the more potential danger will be found spotted. If you do believe you need more equipment, I understand why you would need to. But if you do, just be aware of the potential danger that will bring you. As the more you
That's-
carry, the slower you'll be able to move.
That is true. I had not taken that into consideration. We will be ready to go when you are ready to go. I would agree. More the merrier.
They nod and near the state. We'd be ready to go by tomorrow. I do look towards Stan. Want you all to be well rested
I feel great.
And healed.
Better.
and healed,
And healed?
of course.
Fully healthy. Working kneecap.
And maybe take a bath. I don't know why you didn't. Well, you did go and acquire Mr. Dantha, so I understand why you didn't bathe the blood away.
It's called dragon blood.
Yes. Fully well.
Dan may never wash it away.
It's my blood.
Very well
He
then.
is- He is one with the dragon.
Oh, do you have dragon blood in you? There are some sorcerers that are able to from lineages of dragons.
I'm pretty sure I saw some go into his nose.
Yes. If you could find my nose, I'd like to know about it.
That's not how that works. I do suggest you
Well,
go visit a
well,
doctor if you had blood mixed with any of you bodily.
Yeah, well, I ate half an arm of a dragon. So
I
it's
would
gotta be in
suggest
there
you visit a
somewhere.
doctor.
I am a doctor.
Why would he need to see a doctor?
Dragons.
Mara then states, because she's more knowledgeable with the occult and biology, dragons have scales that are very dense and very sharp. If he did eat parts of it and didn't remove the scales, it would potentially cut up his internal organs.
Well, then.
Well, Dan, I think you need to see somebody.
Well,
Fish
maybe
have
I should
organs.
eat the rest of the dragon, and then I'll be okay.
Roy then
I'll be
states,
more of a dragon on the inside.
that is not how it works, sir. You might be able to be blessed by a dragon to make yourself stronger, but I don't know of any dragons.
Not even water dragons?
It would have to be
Who
an
have
ancient
blue
dragon.
scales? Gold eyes? Blue scales?
I don't
Dragon
know
blood?
what you're referring to, but
Large
I said-
pupil?
potentially.
Roger, maybe.
Large pupils.
Roger states, not ancient. I'm a young dragon. In the book, she actually is a young dragon. Unfortunately,
How
Roger
old
won't do.
is Roger?
Oldest Roger.
Do we know?
Roger know what to do? Roger.
No. Roger looks towards you. Yeah.
So if I ate half a leg of a dragon, am I going to be okay?
No.
Do I need to eat more of it?
Maybe. Yeah, that could have worked.
That makes a lot of sense. The more dragon you get on the inside, the safer you are from the dragon on the inside.
Connor, to save his brother, does state, the police did take that carcass away. I'm pretty sure there's not a chance for you to finish the job, so to say. So I do suggest you visit a doctor.
Interesting. Iris, help.
She grabs your hand and takes you away to go actually to a doctor. You come back an hour later. Your stomach was pumped.
Ow!
It hurt a lot. Even with magic, it still hurts. But you come back, and well, their team was more or less waiting. You were having small talk here and there. You learn about them. They learn some stuff about you. Whether or not you tell them the truth is entirely up to you. But Roy does state, all right then. It does seem that we'll be ready by tomorrow. That being the case, though, looks towards Richard. Do you know of any places that are open for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? A party of 8.
Yes.
What do you mean by that? Oh, we'd like to pay for an inn for our team. Oh, you can take the upstairs floor if you want. Oh, splendid. How much? Looks towards your team. Well, at least someone's paying. Don't worry about it. You're gonna already help us. Oh no, I insist. He takes a bag of money and hands it over to Richard. Keep that or spend it however you will with the Commonwealth. And then he looks towards his team. So then, shall we? And his team begins to wander up to the second floor, which you've never been to.
I would like to go up to Richard and say, Richard, thank you so much for letting us stay here as a party with not a lot of money or anything like that. I'd like
We've
to thank you.
literally paid you.
I'd like to thank you with a gift. And I give him a hug.
Give him a hug. He doesn't believe you one way or the other. You give him a hug. He's more or less not happy with you, but you may or may not die. And that's good enough for him. Cut to you eat dinner, you eat breakfast, you enjoy your pleasant sleep, or not, depending on what you guys do. Micah and Vase probably don't. Becky and Tempest, I don't know where they are in the relationship. So, nice enough night, dependent on what you guys want. Remus goes and tries to find the Red Line District again. Finds like a small little house that says Golden Gals and Righteous Dudes. Assumes it's what he's looking for, only to find... I don't know if these are actually true or exist. I know that gay bars exist, but I don't know if there's a bisexual bar, which is what this is. Like, people comfortable with their sexuality that go there. Guy or girl, don't matter. If they want to have a good time, they go there. It's the best Remus can find.
A swingers party.
More or less, yeah. But an actual bar. Remus enjoys himself. Roger continues to attempt to have Dan do dumb things, and more or less Dan kind of listens. Connor brings him back each time.
Yeah, Roger's pretty cool, isn't that Roger cool, Connor?
Yeah. Super great person.
They're a dragon.
Just snickering in the background. Does anyone do anything other than what I described during the night?
I sleep and eat. And for the first time, I take a bath.
No, I guess I can't do it 'cause I don't know where he's at. I do nothing. I go to sleep.
Okay.
Vase, will you be joining us on the mission?
I would like to protect my people, but I don't mind helping you. Go ahead. If you want to have her join, which you totally can, Micah, your relationship just started. You can go ahead and roll persuasion, but honestly, she is wanting to help her people.
That is fine. I respect you for wanting to be with your family. So, for tonight, will you walk the streets with me and let me show you the city?
I'd be glad to. She extends her hand out to hold on to yours.
I will show you the dark alleys that make me so full
You're not
of happiness.
You begin to walk the streets, and that last sentence, before you continue to have like small talk and conversation, she's not sure if that's some sort of euphemism for like having fun in the back alley or not. Not entirely sure, but you guys do enjoy your night. Whatever you do, Micah, in that back alley, in those dark, weirdly lit for some reason, never truly visible, hallways of darkness. That's up to you to decide, Micah, in your own headcanon. You guys do have a pleasant night. After walking some of the back alleys, you do actually go and enjoy yourselves, have a nice candlelit dinner, go back into the dark alleys, and do what may.
I
I'd
will
like to
miss you.
Make a mask overnight.
Ooh,
Out of
yes.
my pants.
I love it. The facial mask.
Like to blend in.
I hope that
Yeah.
I will return to see you again someday.
Just don't wait too long.
I'll try not to be dead.
It'd be appreciated. Like, you spend a good, very, very good night with your significant other. Honestly, it's nice, it's peaceful, it's restful, and it is a good send-off for you to be heading out to. Whatever happens or whatever may happen, you at least know you have something to come back to. And as long as you don't get arrested again, you'll be a free man. And you still kind of forget that you are on a mission to help out the downtrodden. The shadows, the darkness, the werewolves, the vampires, the skeletons, the ghosts. Because that, honestly, like Micah's character, keeps being forgotten in the back of his mind, never really brought up. But ironically enough, you're still doing it, even if you don't remember. While the night goes on, Becky sleeps, a restful, peaceful sleep, snoring very, very loudly. In the background, Dan is making a mask, like sewing. Connor is helping you because he is good at sewing, and
Does it fit, brother?
no, it's why I'm loosening the neck area. You are
My
being...
eyes are on the side. Everyone gets that wrong.
Yes. I know. More or less helping you with what you've been doing. You've more or less been choking yourself with the mask because you don't know how to sew. Thankfully enough, Connor's etiquette skills and training he's a good house husband. He knows how to cook, he knows how to sew, and he knows how to clean, and he is well kept. Honestly, I'm surprised he wouldn't be king if it wasn't for Dan's own genes. Quite literally, he might have been up for the running, but no longer. Nice enough guy, though. But eventually you do have a mask. All right then. It is also reversible. If you want, it has like sparkling stars on the other end.
Wow. To reflect my scales.
Yes, it's what you asked for.
They used to be dragon scales. But now they're just fish scales.
We are merfolk.
I do hear some sadness in that.
Yes, it's very sad. For now. Maybe one day I'll eat Roger. And you'll be less sad.
Roger looks towards you. You can try. So I made my own mask. They wear a
Wow.
mask.
It's okay. Mine was made with love.
Mine's cardboard.
Wow. Mine's made out of Richard sheets and it's part of my pants.
Destroying part of it in later. Tempest, what are you doing?
I'm just talking with Becky. Talking about plans and stuff.
Yeah, and so that's when I, that's
Killed them?
when I learned how to do a proper pull-up.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yep, it was in between training sessions with both of my trainers.
I don't think I could do a pull-up.
I saw someone else do it, yep, and it's pretty cool. That's about
Wow.
the coolest and most interesting thing that's happened in my life, too.
I watched Becky do some pull-ups.
You have to properly pull up the body. That's the secret.
Wow.
So, like, you grab your hands, right, you grab the thing, right, the bar,
Uh-huh.
okay, then you do a pull-up. So,
Wow.
you know what you're pulling up what?
Your body.
Yes, right. If you pull up your arms, you know you're doing it wrong.
Well, that's more of a lift, a curl.
No, your arms would be gone. They'd be off your body. It's like you're injuring yourself then.
And you don't want to push off the ground. 'cause
Right?
That
If you're
would be
lifting
a
your
push-up.
legs,
That's
an ab workout.
yeah.
It's not a pull up. You're lifting. It's lifting up. So it's pretty.
Lift your body.
It's sometimes hard to understand, but it takes time. But most people get it within about. It took me like a week to understand.
I learned by watching. So
Okay.
if you could demonstrate, that would be great.
All right, I do 700 pull-ups.
700. Oh,
Well, she's taking it lightly. You guys are doing something tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm also healing my health, so
oh wow.
Yeah, you are.
that's it. I talk about lifting for 7 hours.
Not uncommon. You talk about healing for several hours until you fall asleep doing it. You fall asleep doing arm bars, pull-ups, push-ups, eventually like falling asleep. You ask Tempest to like stand or like sit on your back to do like more strength and weight training. Even though
Oh, and I
Tempest,
100% agree.
yeah.
Even though I
Eventually-
don't weigh much.
Yeah, I was going to say, even though temp is very, very light. But anything is anything. Eventually, you guys fall asleep, accidentally tucked in each other's arms because Becky fell asleep doing push-ups, and Tempest was just there and didn't want to disturb. Eventually, you do all wake up. Dan comes down with a mask. So does Roger for some reason. Here, Dan, here's a different mask you can have.
Whoa.
There
Roger
you go.
got me a better mask. Wow, I'm
Amazing.
spoopy now.
You're very scary.
Take it back. Yes.
You-
It's very Punisher.
Wow. Look at my face.
No, but you are ready to
Uh-oh.
go because nobody is gonna see you coming in.
It looks like you have a new name too.
You blend in
Human
so
Danger.
well.
Human man danger? Yes.
Oh, it
Human
does look that way.
Danger.
I have realized that I can kill a man with a single touch.
Huh?
Yep.
Wow.
Yes. I also found out that inside those metal bodies are real people.
Oh my
Like
God.
you and me.
Oh no.
Of course.
Less blue, more red. But yes, like you and me.
Wow.
Do you know that
Yes.
you murdered one?
Well, I don't think he's dead yet.
I mean, I heard the man mention that he was completely squished.
Well,
and he
yeah.
didn't make it.
Well, he fell, and then I dragged him with one of my
Wow.
legs. Yes.
You have multiple
Um,
legs.
Yeah, 4 legs, and then I
Not very human of you.
threw him under something I hid underneath,
Ugh.
and then I guess I sat on him.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I think it was a tragic accident.
it was a tragic accident. I didn't mean to smear him all over the ground like that.
You were out of your mind with the.
Well, I was
Something.
totally
He
in
got
my
the armor
mind.
off. It was all squished around his
I
body.
just didn't really think there was something so soupy on the inside of that can. I thought maybe it was heartier, chunky, but it was
Then
like
bury him in it.
pureed. To make. Oh no, I'm gonna go pick him up today and probably put him back together.
You do
Yep.
see that the rest of the your group comes out, and so does the rest of the other group. Richard comes out of the room he shares with his husband. Peg on the cheek. He goes make coffee, and Richard comes over towards you guys. All right, I'm gonna ignore part of what I heard. If you're all ready to go, I can give you the items now.
Yes, please.
All right then. We had to reforge them to make them more comparable with what was needed. So here are 2 bracers. He goes around Dan and hands probably everything to Tempest. The least person that's gone to jail in this group, minus Vase.
True.
And probably Connor. Maybe Nira. Nira's gone to jail once. Yeah, he probably gives everything to Tempest. 2 bracers, a helm, which is just a helmet, a suit of armor, and 2 boots.
Whoa.
Like
Uh,
two
Are
they
sets
magical
of
or are
boots?
they-
Or
Like, just 2 boots. Like, a set of boots.
like
a
the
set
left
of-
and the right?
Yes, a set of bracers, so a left bracer and a right bracer. A helmet, or a helm, whatever you want to call it. A suit, which leaves 1 item left remaining. And he does give you what it looks like a key. This is the last item. It is the primal one, to activate all of them at once. However, it can be activated on itself, much like the other ones can, but this one is the one we had set ready for the primordial, specifically. So try not to use this one.
So the boots, the helmet, the suit, and the bracers have nothing to do with the 5 items that are, or the 5 portals the key can open.
They are. what it is more or less a suit of armor for a portal that will activate when you activate the items. The key itself activates all of them at once, but you can activate them one by one if you need to. But the reason for the key is for activation of all of them at once, because normally you can't activate one item, more than one item. Think of the key as the primary light switch to turn on all the lights, and the other parts of the armor set is to turn on separate lights.
Okay. Okay.
But he does state, you don't have to wear the items, but they have been crafted to allow you to open a portal. You can wear them individually if you like. They can go over anything you currently wear. They'll just integrate into whatever you already have on. But they can be removed if you decide to have them removed. Or one of you can just wear the entire thing. Just don't make a Dan.
I require a new guard to wear the armors.
You are not allowed any more guards.
Well, what about that one guy?
According to what we've discovered, you also potentially endangered actively the one remaining guard alive. He just barely is alive now. We are not giving you any more potential people to murder.
Well, he saved my life.
Yes, and we are not going to have him endangered by your neglect. Let's call it that way, because I don't want to be mean right now.
Okay. I get it. I get what you're getting at. It makes a lot of sense.
You can tell that he's surprised. Like, does he actually mean it?
I don't get it.
Genuine?
I'm gonna go try to find him.
I know specifically, but he thinks you might be understanding for once. All right then. At any rate, we have set up caravan wagons for you to travel on when seat fits. So when you're ready, go to the entrances of the city. Give him this code. He gives you a series of numbers, which you don't have to memorize. You just say, I gave him the code. Once you're ready, you can go ahead and take the wagons and head north. It will be a few weeks of travel, but we will be following 3 days after you set out to allow our men and members ample time to get ready and ample time for you to do a potential job you need to do.
So I'm curious, which way is north?
He points up.
Deal.
That way.
That is the way I can go. This way. That's
Yes.
a little more difficult.
If you don't decide to take the wagons, which I understand because they'll be nearly
We will take
useless
the
once you enter Frost.
I get sores on my toes.
Very well done. You already have the code, so any one of you can take the wagons. All right then. Good luck on your endeavor, and honestly, I wish you well. Whether or not I like you, separate people specifically, you have all tried your best, and honestly, at the end of the day, that's all I can ask for. So try not to make anything worse, and I honestly do wish you well.
Cool. Well, thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Richard.
Have you ever considered running for politics? I know people. Also, are you in politics?
Never thought of it. Already in politics due to your win from the former king.
That's right. I was gonna say.
Going to
by
retire after my
principle
term is done.
position,
Oh.
You shouldn't. Have you talked to your husband about this?
You hear his husband. We've already talked about it. Wasn't supposed to be in politics.
Whoa, you sound persuasive. You should consider politics.
Go away.
Have you considered sending the former king with us?
You can try,
This is a good idea.
but he is a lazy man these days.
What about his child daughter who blew up my family?
Oh,
You can try, but she is a minor, so probably not.
I mean, she's killed more people than I have, allegedly.
I don't believe that. As he walks over towards his husband, that has finished the coffee.
Dan, you look. Besides the slippery nature of your muscles and your skin, as well as the thinness of your legs, you look extremely intimidating.
Wow. Have you seen my pants?
I don't. They're on your face.
No, there's just a little bit missing. I cut out a square on one of the buttocks.
Ironically enough, he did, but there is a separate set of pants that he has on, so it shows nothing.
Smart, because I was wearing double pants.
Huh.
No, because you gave your pants away.
What are you gonna do
I got
when
them back.
you
Oh,
wear a shirt?
But I've tried, but I can never fit pants over my head. They always get stuck somewhere.
I could give you advice. Consider cutting a hole not in the buttocks, but the crotch.
Yeah, but then you would just get 2 socks.
What?
What?
I lost that one too. I was like, what?
I've already tried to explain pants and shirts to my brother.
I don't need shirts. I got scale shirt because I
what he
got
keeps
no
saying.
nips.
Technically true. Anyways, if you're all ready to go, I have my gear set up. Vase gives Micah a peck on the cheek because she will not be joining because she needs to protect her people. And Anna.
Goodbye, my dear.
She's very, very much struggling not to join you guys because she found someone, honestly, probably the first love of her life. Because she doesn't date. Never got the chance to. So it's very, very hard for her. She's holding on a little bit more than she would like.
It's okay. You stay here and protect yourself, and we'll come home and have a litter.
Immediately bright red. Yeah, definitely. Don't forget to write and don't meet anyone in this. Don't meet anyone out there. Bye. Quickly runs over, gives you a kiss. It's a little longer than you expected, but nice. And then heads out. More or less, people wince because it's a little awkward.
I kiss Tempest because everyone is kissing.
Becky, you've made me so happy.
Is this all it takes to make people happy?
Me, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I shouldn't kiss Dan.
No, you should not kiss other people.
Currently has Dan in hands, picking him up, puts him back down when he said no, you shouldn't.
I'm back.
And Dan runs away. Beatrice looks towards Ariel, raises an eyebrow. Not right now. I think it's their thing. Don't ruin their moment. Are you guys ready to go?